Alrighty then. Okay, live. We're all live. Alyssa, good evening. Edward, how are you today? Crixus. Okay, Dawn, what's going on? Ann, what's going on? Watch you. Mr. Bruner, what's going on? Laney, what's up? MB3 player. Call me Joe. Movie clips. Laurencia. Gurvinda. Gregus, what's happening? Chris, what's going on? Dawn. Christopher. Kate, how are we doing there? Kate, blurry face, how are you? Kevin Rude. What's happening, Kevin Rude? Hey. Good evening. Laurie, good evening there, Miss Laurie. Good evening. We are all live. We are all good to go. Jamil, what's evening? Hercules, Kevin, what's going on? Chris, what some stocks that are good to trade? Hercules, what's going on? Chris, with some good volume. Chris, you got the Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and of course anything on Warren Buffett's list. Kenneth, Barbershop. Cincinnati wants to take a look at American Airlines. Okay, take a look at that. Bean, Nell, JFab, what's going on? Mr. Reg, George Seymour, Bucky, Adam, West Coaster, Sonny, Joey, Wally, Big Drew's in the house. Dr. S, how you doing? Joe, good evening there, sir. John Warner, good evening. Alrighty. Let's get ready to roll. First and foremost, my name is James. Good evening. This is Dividend Stock Talk. What I'm doing here is basically going to show you a simple trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old daughter. Back in 2008, she says, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? That's what she said, 9 years old. Daddy, can you teach me? Well, most adults don't know how to get it, so I'm supposed to explain this to a 9-year-old. Yeah, have fun with that one. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's the 5 criteria I had to come up with. Something that's going to work. All right, so come up with 5 rules. You ready? Rule 1, never buy something you don't understand, you don't want to own, or you don't. If you don't want to hold it long term, just don't buy it. If you don't understand it, you don't want to hold it, don't buy it. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. And yes, contrary to popular belief, it is a game. Okay, just like Monopoly. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. We're buying stocks. We're hoping they go up in value. We're trying to get cash flow from it. That's what we're trying to do. Rule number 3. Make sure the company is consistently profitable. It boggles my mind why people would put their money into companies that aren't profitable. Just every night. Every night, there's always someone asking me to take a look at a stock, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is the matter with this person? Why are you putting your hard-earned money? Oh, damn, thank you for that. Why hard-earned money into something you don't understand? Starbucks and Dividend record date is the 14th. All right, we'll take a look at that one. Yeah, cave in, a little impatient, alrighty. LCRX, Jukum. Great stock, really? LCRX. If it's a great stock. LCRX. LaCroix Saint. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, LCRX. Okay, Jukum, terribly sorry, but when it says, sorry, we cannot find this symbol, that basically tells me it's not a U.S. stock. That's all that tells me. It's not a U.S. stock. Can't find it. Okay, great stock. John, NBIS to the moon. 6.5 billion ARR 2026 by Goldman Sachs. Okay, NBIS. NBIS. Granted, I don't share his enthusiasm. He thinks it's going to go to the moon. I'm not really thinking that, personally. All right, so the high of the year was a couple of weeks ago. The low of the year is back in April. A year ago, we're at 20. We dropped down to about 18 and 19, shoot up to 140, pull back up again, now a big drop. Going to the moon is going to take you a while with this thing. Zoom into a week. So a couple of weeks is going to give me a good idea of where I think it's going next. So, hypothetically speaking, if you think this is going to the moon, yeah, you're going to take a little bit of a detour before you get there. Okay? 30 days ago today, we're sitting at 127. Okay, we shoot up to the high of the year, 140. And then we drop down to 95. So it goes from 140 to 95. That's a $45 drop. That's a big drop. But from here, 95 to 135, it's a $40 increase. Now, from here to here, a $40 increase is just right around 45%. That, from here to here, is a 45% increase. So yeah, big pullback today. So if you think you're going to the moon with this, I forget who said that, not this week you ain't, okay? It was at 95, jumped up 45% to 135. Now they got profit taking to deal with. What's going to happen next? Well, if you really like the stock, fine. Me personally, if I really liked it, I have no idea who they are, what they do. But I'd wait for them to drop somewhere down here before they turn around and go back up again. Because when you get a 30-day high, you're going to have what's called profit taking. Stocks jump up, people take profits, stocks drop. What happens when they drop? They consolidate down here, then a whole bunch of investors jump in, and it shoots back up again. Gets to a certain point, profit taking, and comes back down again. So I'm going to say not this week. Not this week. Cincinnati wants to take a look at American Airlines, AAL. Now that looks a little bit better than the last one we just looked at. Sit tight, take a look. 5 things. Anytime I look at a chart, I'm looking for 5 things, and they stand out like a sore thumb. It should take you 3 to 4 seconds to find where's Waldo. You ready? Here goes. Where's Waldo? Number 1, the high. Number 2, the low. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it now? And number 5, what is the motion of the ocean? That's it. The trail through the woods, the bend around the stream, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. What direction is it going? So it was here a year ago, right on 13, shoots up to 19, drops to 8, shoots back up to 13. So it was 13, 14 a year. Now we're at 13. Okay, a lot of movement, not a whole heck of a lot happened. Oscar, how you doing? Ortega, Terry. Interesting, nice to have you. Iris, good evening. Jerry Barnes, live, or is it live in paradise or live in paradise? 9:30 Loader, how are you doing today? Crypto Junkie, how you doing, Crypto Junkie? All right, Andrew. Okay, so that being said, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Hey, I agree with that 100%. I do. All right, so what do we have over here for conversation? We got one conversation right here. KJ, question on Starbucks dividend. The date of record is the 14th. If you have a call expiration for that day and it gets called, do you get the dividend? No, you don't. Or do you need to carry it into the next week to be able to safe to pick up the dividend? Okay, KJ, whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to dividend, which means from the of the date of record, 9:30 a.m. close of record, which 4 p.m. You have to own it on that date in order to catch the dividend. Mark P, show me the money. What money do you want to see? Oh, how much? Oh, here we go. Ready, Mark P? Want to see the money? Here we go. Oh, there you go, Mark P. There it is. There it is. There's money. Just believe it or not, I just got it sitting around. Just sitting there. I'm doing nothing. 140 to 93 to 135 in 2 weeks. God, stocks and being heavily traded up. Okay. Thank you, Dan. You guys got about 11:11 pre-market to catch it. All right, thank you. Not everything is about candles. It's more about financial reports. Thank you there, John. It's called a trend. Thank you there, EGG. NBIS is the AIAWS. Okay, so you're talking about AI, artificial intelligence there, Mr. John. Now, John, as I can recall, artificial intelligence is not 20 years old. And with so many people jumping on the bandwagon of AI, who's going to come out supreme? Who? Okay, and then how do you decide where to put your money? Because think about it. Okay? Seriously, think about it. Who has the amount of money and the amount of intelligence and the backing to be able to do something substantial in AI? Well, you got old, what's his name? Elon. You got China. You got India. You got, I'm not 100% sure about Palantir. Can Palantir and really compete with Grok and Elon? I don't know. Can they? But I don't agree, John, NBIS. It's a relatively new company. They have not been around long enough for me to get excited about them. Terribly sorry. I know we can't get away from it, but how do you decide which ones? Which AI stock, which AI company has the best dividends? Which one is consistently increasing their profits? And don't tell me NVIDIA, because NVIDIA one penny dividend. I don't even want to look at them. Okay, Mark, Norfolk Southern stock. You got to give me the ticker symbol, Mark, if you don't mind. Practical Paul, how you doing? Atomic XS, what's happening? George, how you doing? Vince, good evening. Sean, how are you? All righty. All right, so where are we? It's called the trend. Yes, I know what it's called. NBIS to the moon. Yep, I'm going to have to disagree. You guys, blah, blah, blah. Do you sell it? Sell a list of 300 stocks you trade. You know, DRS, it is actually free. You just go to Google and put in the Google chat, not the Google chat, the Google search, Dividend King List 2025. Dividend Aristocrats List 2025. Dividend Contenders List 2025. The list will just populate for you. It's free. Why would you want to buy it if it's free? Sav, still not sure what I can do with my 57.57 last peak on AAP, closed at 47 today. Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, Sav, sit tight. We'll take a look at Advanced Auto Parts in a little bit. Right now, we're taking a look at American Airlines. Now, let's get back to American Airlines. The 5 things I'm looking for. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, what's the motion? That's it. Up, down, up. That's it. Right now, it's at 1334, 1334, 1334, 1334. That's the current stock price, 1334. So if I'm buying it tomorrow morning at 1334, I'm going to sell it at 1350 and pick up 22 cents. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, 22 cents is not a lot of money, but we're not looking for the amount of money that it's giving us. I'm looking for, I don't know what you guys are looking for. What I'm looking for is rate of return. Now, I'm doing rate of return on a weekly basis. Now, most of you are probably used to annual returns. Well, there's nothing wrong with annual returns. It's just not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for weekly returns, hence the name of the show, Dividend Stock Talk, and the subtitle, Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow. Okay, I'm looking for weekly cash flow. So it means I'm looking for a rate of return on a weekly basis. So what exactly is 22 cents on a $13.34 stock? Well, for that, we need the calculator. Calculator, take the profit, which is 22 cents, divided by the investment, it's in 34 cents, 13 and 34 cents, and it comes to above 1.6%. Now, my goal is 1% for the week. Well, this stock here is offering me 1.65% for 1 week. Well, I like 1.65% 1 week. So let's take a look at the whole thing. Okay. We're at 13.50. The year was towards the end of January, and that was 1908. The bottom, which was the first week of April, that was $8.50. So it was a big drop from 19 to $8. That's more than a 50% drop. So 50% drop April. Now from April to where we are today, nice steady up. But here's where we are right now. The last day. The last 30 days gives me a good idea of where do I think it's going next. Because I like to jump in on Mondays and Tuesday and be out by Friday, like a weekly option. Okay, so month ago, 30 days, here's the bottom here. She shoots up to the high, pulls back, now she's going back up again. Okay, here's the bottom, now she's going back up. Currently at 13.34, and the closest strike price could be the 13.50, which is that percentage 1.65 that we're talking about. Does it make sense? Do you like this company? Now go back to the beginning. Rule 1, is this a company you want to buy, own, and hold for a long period of time? It's a simple question. Either you like the company or you don't like the company. It's basically all that it is. We are switching from CPU data centers to GP data center. From a CPU to a GPU data center. All will win because we have a trillion backlog, all hands on deck. 1 trillion demand for exceeds supply. All right, thank you, John. You need to enter smaller market cap to be rich and hold 5 years. Okay, John, already you're way beyond me. I have no desire whatsoever to tie up my money for 5 years in something that may or may not happen. I've done this for NVIDIA and Tesla back in the 2010s and still holding. Good for you, John. Dr. S, how are you doing today? John, already 10x'd my RKLB, Rocket Labs. Okay. Get in on NBIS. Thank you there, John Jarris. That's an improper question. 5213. I have no idea what that means. 1148. No idea what that means either. Can we skip Uncle Sam or no? Depends on what you mean by that. What is the company name? What company are we talking about? Mark P. NCS. What is NCS there, Mark P? NCS. Nick. It has no options, Mark. So, no. Sorry. Tevsta. What is the company? All right. MSTY. NRIP. And Rependa. Bassnet. Misty. You want me to take a look at Misty? Oh my goodness. NBIS. And retire in 5 years. John, I'm already retired. Meta only has 2 years of dividends. No. John, waffling like the Wolf of Wall Street. Way to go. Can you tell me something on Meta? Yep. It has less than 3 years of dividends. So I'm going to say no. Data center play is the easiest one. Pick any. Thank you there. Open door. Don't even know that one either. All right. Naprenda Bassnet wants to take a look at Misty. Now, why is it you want to take a look at Misty? I'm curious. Okay, so M-S-T-Y. Okay, we're going to take a look at Misty. We're going to take a look at. I'm going to show you something. You tell me if you still think Misty is such a wonderful, great stock. Okay, so first of all, I'm on Yahoo Finance. What I'm going to look at here is historical data. Now, I'm not quite sure if you realize it. I'm 61, which I'm going to be 62 soon. And I'm going to finally be able to qualify for Social Security. However, look at historical data. Okay, MSTY. There we go. Historical data. Now, when I'm on historical data, I want to take a look at history. Take a look at history. Take a look at this. MSTY is at $10.70. That's cheap. Okay? Well, we're looking at historical prices and then the dates. All right, so I don't want to see the prices. I want to see the dividends. Now, the reason I want to see the dividends is because the dividends are going to tell me just how profitable this company is. Are they consistently profitable? Because a dividend stock will consistently increase its dividends to its shareholders as long as they are profitable. Miss Penda. See all the dividends is paid. The dividends only. Dividends only. All the way back as far as it will go. How far back will it go? Penda, the very first 20. So this stock isn't sold yet you think it's a good buy. Well, hold on. See this. Dividend is $4.12. Okay, $4.12. Okay. Very next end is $2.50. That is $1.60 less. It's like a 30% drop between here and here. Okay. Then it goes to $2 down. Then it goes to $3 down. Then it goes to $3 down. $1.90, $1.85. That's down. $1.37. That's down. So this company is not consistently profitable. So I don't see what you think is so great about it, not even 2 years old. Now, you can invest in whatever you want. It's a free country. And I don't expect I say, what the hell do I know? I don't know anything. Okay? As the great Socrates would say, all I know is that I know nothing. Think about it. It's basically what it is. All I know is I know nothing. Okay, so we did American Airlines. So, Miss Bassnet. Okay. Either way, I don't like it. It's only 2 years, not even 2 years old. Not even 2 years old. Now I'm 61, I'm going to be 62 soon. So I don't want to put my money into a company that has not proven itself. Now, when I say proven itself, you got to be at least 10 years old. Come on, give me a minimum year. started for 425 years, give or take. But think about it, 425 years, looking for 2 decades, which is only 20 years of profits. That shouldn't be that difficult. As a matter of fact, there's over 300 companies that fit that description. And just curious, MSTY is not one of them. Sorry. Keep on going. Riley, what's happening, Riley? If your covered call gets assigned and the shares are sold on the EX dividend date, are you still? No, because you have to own them for the whole day, as far as I understand. Hey, Jared, this knowledge feels illegal. Terribly sorry. Torm pick high dividend. I have no idea what that means. Beer in a fall. BTG. Can or never mind. Okay. NVIDIA is a now. If you think so, be my guest and take a look at what the dividends are. The dividend is 1 penny for NVIDIA. The book value for NVIDIA is $4.11. I don't see what you're so excited about it. Because if the Supreme Court came out and said, you got to divest, you got to pay back all your investors, guess what you're getting? $4.11. That's all it's worth. All right. That being said. Okay, Sav, you want to take a look at advanced auto parts. Advanced. So you said you jumped in at 57.57, which is right about here. Wow, you must have had this for a while because this thing hasn't seen 57.57 last Tuesday. Not quite sure why you would jump in at last Tuesday. That's probably why. That's last Tuesday right there. 63, drops down to 49, shoots up, pulls back, now she's going up. Here's your bottom, here's 1, 2, 3 days. Yeah, so that does make sense right there. Okay, now this does happen. Now I say this all the time. If you're going to invest in the stock market, get ready to buy something and have it drop. Or get ready to buy something and have it shoot up. Because they all do the same things. They go up and they go down. So, we're looking sold covered call for 390. Okay, not quite sure which one you sold, but all right. Okay, now it's at 47.41. Okay, so here we were, down, up, down, up, down. The bottom was Friday. Today is 1 day to the upside. 1 day. So, my assumption would be, with the big drop Wednesday, big drop Thursday, and another drop Friday, here's the new number right there, 47.41. So it looks as if the bottom was Friday, and now she looks like she's going to bounce back up. Now, I like 2 days to the upside. This is just one. So tomorrow would be 2 days to the upside if it's going to be higher. And then Wednesday would be the third day, which would be the day that I would jump in, because like I said, 2 days. 1, tomorrow would be 2, and Wednesday would be the third. Now that's my rule for me. Okay, you all have to figure out what rule works best for you. Because we're all different. We all get a different path. We all have a different journey. We're all starting from a different place. We all have different risk factors. What I might think is risky, you might think is not risky at all. And then vice versa. All righty. Okay, Riley, the dividend. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Riley. Every once in a while, you'll have a stock where somebody will come in and scoop that dividend right away from you. Because the rule is very simple. You got to buy it before the EX date, and you have to hold it into the date of record. Okay, and Reprenda Bassnet, because I am in and I lose money. Okay. All right. Riley says, disregard my previous question. Can we do when? Uh-oh, why are we looking at when? All right, so we just looked at advanced auto parts. There's a couple of ways out of that one. Number one is dollar cost average. That's one. Number two, wait it out. It looks as if, okay, she shot up, pulled back. Now what she's going to do, she's going to go back up again. That's basically what happened. Most stocks do the same thing. They go up, they go up, they go down. That's basically. Okay. Crystal, E-N, W-E-N. Well, depending on how you like Wendy's, take a look at the chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this, down, up, down. That's basically it. It is the low of the year. So zoom into that, and then you need to ask yourself that question. Do I really like Wendy's? Because that's what this is, Wendy's. Okay, 30 days ago was the high, she dropped, turned around, back up. Now she dropped again. Thursday, Friday was higher. Today was a little bit lower, so that's a little disappointing. You just got to wait it out to find the bottom when it's time to jump in. Because it's different for everyone. Okay, the bottom was Wednesday. Sorry, bottom was Thursday. Friday was one day higher. Today, have a lower low and a higher high. Who knows which direction it's going in? Not really concrete. Still not sure what to do. Okay, we already just talked about that one. Talked about that one. All right. All right, all right, all right. Hercules wants to take a look at VFC. VFC. Okay. Now, I do have some VF Corporation Hercules. Let's check it out. Here's the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? It's up, down, up. Okay, fine. What's happening right there? Well, let's zoom in a little tighter to see where do we think this is going next. Okay, here's your last 30 days. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and now she's going back up. Now, here, interesting, okay, Friday is the bottom. Today, higher high, higher low. One day to the upside. If you like trying to pick right there, try to pick it if you like it. Now, I don't give suggestions. For me, I wait 2 days, okay? 2 days to the upside, then on the third day I would jump in. So I would have jumped in right there. Okay, bottom, 1 day, 2 day, third day, right there. That's where I would have jumped in. And then I probably would have got out somewhere around here. Okay, I don't try to pick tops and I don't try to pick bottoms. I just try to squeeze a little bit, 1 or 2% out, done and over with. What else do we have? Gang Hood wants to take a look at hymns. Interesting. Same thing. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? It's up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's in a downward trend at the moment. Now, this is kind of good and kind of bad at the same time. Okay, why? 30 days ago, we're right about here. Okay, we come down, up, down, up, down. Now where are we going? We're looking for that bottom now. Here's your 30-day top. Here's your bottom right here. Now we got 3 days here. All right around the same time frame. Okay? Thursday, Friday, today. Bottom's right there. I still want 2 days to the upside. Not today. So we got to wait Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So, yeah. This thing may be good on Thursday or Friday, but not today, not tomorrow. At least not for me. Cosmo wants to take a look at Altria. M-O. Al. Interesting. Now, Altria, bottom fishing. That's what we call this, bottom fishing. Here's the 30-day top. Here's your 30-day bottom today. So just keep waiting it out. Tomorrow, the next day, until this baby turns around. That's it. You can't do anything else other than play the waiting game. Okay, Miss Bassnett, you're welcome. I want to see a list of stocks you watch. Alrighty then, I'll show you a list of stocks that I watch. Where are they? Go here. Okay, who? Veach. This is my website right here, the 10-Minute Trader. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, you want to see a list of so far this year. Okay, all the way back. Let's go all the way to January 1st. All right, you ready? GW Veach, here we go. CVS, Foot Locker, Halliburton, Riot, Riley, Kohl's, MPW, Harley Davidson, Intel, Altria, US Steel, Riley. CVS, Halliburton. All the same, all the same, all the same. Wow. Yeah, still the same, still the same. Oh, Mara. Siri. Starbucks. UPS. Macy's. Ford. Intel. Walgreens. Oh, we don't do Walgreens anymore, but we did at the beginning of the year. Walgreens, right, blah, blah, blah. All the same, all the same, all the same. All the same, all the same, all the same. Wow, all the same. Nike. Nope, all the same. Oh, AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, right there. All the same, 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 all the same stocks over and over and over again. Yeah, they're basically all the same stocks. Yeah, nothing new. Okay. Okay. Oh, ASO. That's a new one. Halliburton, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. Did those, did those, did those. Intel, Foot Locker, Riot, blah, 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 blah. All the same. Oh, Alcoa, Delta Airlines. All those, all those, all those. Ooh, Riot, we already did Riot. Well, that's about it. They're all basically the same over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, Rich Bruner wants to take a look at Honeywell. I like Honeywell. H-O-N. Oh, you can add to that. Huh, now that's weird. H-O-N. Honeywell. H-O-N. Honeywell. Why am I not bringing up anything on Honeywell? Nothing, nothing, nothing on Honeywell. All right, let's get out of this chart. It's only showing me 2 days on Honeywell. Why is that? Okay, can't do Honeywell. No, do Honeywell at all. Now that is weird. That's why I ask. Very strange chart. Thank you there, Rich. Why is there an echo? Raya and Mara are not dividend stocks. You're absolutely right, they're not. But guess what? A lot of stocks on Warren Buffett's list are not dividend stocks, but they're still on Warren Buffett's list. All right. Everything done there. What do we have here? Do you trade? I have no idea what that means. Those are special dividends. Thank you, Woody. Yo, this knowledge feels illegal. Thank you, Jar. Google, Advanced Micro Devices, and Amazon. Steve, thank you for your input. No, no, and no. Sorry, Steve. Google has only 2 years of dividends. AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, has no dividends, and Amazon has no dividends. Steve, been swing trading SPX options every day for a week. In and out in minutes. Close after $100 profit, sometimes $200. Cool beans, Mr. Steve. Good for you. All right. Tom Bond Crispy. Tax the rich. Banned insider trading. Okay, Tom, I'm going to agree with you 100%, but you're missing something very important there, Mr. Tom. Does anybody know what Mr. Tom is missing when he says tax the rich? Anybody at all understands the flaw in his thinking? Tax the rich. Nobody wants to chime in. Flybiter. Just found you, new to this. What's the best way to get started? I know following you. Okay. Getting started. Thank you. All right, Luis. Would you sell in the money calls? Does this work in your strategy? Absolutely. That taxes stocks. Niculator, that wasn't quite what I was looking for. Anybody else have any idea why taxing the rich is not a good idea? Anybody? Anybody at all? If you own stock, you're rich. Well, kind of yes. All right. Didn't take long for someone to get it out. Almost right, Chris. But anyway, G.W. Veach is right. He's absolutely right. Because the rich passed all the costs downward. Think about it. What would you do with $5,000 today? I'd have a pizza party. Thank you for asking, Dusty. But think about it. Tax the rich. Great idea. Let's have the rich pay for everything. Well, guess what? The rich do own a lot of stuff. And guess what they do? You tax them. Big deal. They take those losses and they pass them down the line. So who gets to pay them? You do. So taxing the rich is not the right idea. A consumption tax. If you ever read the book Consumption Tax, okay, if you buy something, you're taxed. That's it. You don't buy anything, you're not taxed. Cool. That's why higher wages raises prices to everything. Absolutely right. See, he gets it. Thoughts on NBIS? JG, we did NBIS a little while ago. And, it hasn't been around for 20 years. Okay, I'm not even sure if it even has dividends. Hold on. Flybyte, also, for the most part, job creator. Absolutely, that's one too. Thoughts on compound interest? Awesome. Love compound interest. I've actually created a compound interest calculator. They didn't have one, so I had to create one. Steve does stuff on TV. Okay. Pretty sure inside trading is already illegal. Well, it is, but do Congress actually have insider information? Well, they do if they have the information that's going to be a new industry. They shouldn't be able to. Do you ever use protected puts? Never. Thank you, Kevin. SB 1981, hello. Okay, Pete, what is BLOX? Joe, good evening. BLOX. BLOX. Nickel Crypto Income ETF. Hell no. There's no options. Why are we looking at that, Joe? I was lucky, started my long-term accumulation on my high conviction stocks mid-February while tariff drama sell-off was happening. Kept buying on the way down. My portfolio is up 65%. Way to go there, Mr. Steve. Nicely done. Okay, for politicians, get real, dumb donkey. Thank you there, Tom. Always like it when people are polite like that. Kev, and no one rich ever gets away with illegal stuff. I'm not quite sure that's true, Kev. Crispy is all illegal. What do you want to do about it? Okay. You're either too dumb or lying. Thank you there, Tom. Wendy's, lower lows, not good. Absolutely, I'm going to agree with you. Wendy's been downtrend for over a year. Thank you. This must be a recording. I can't see Riley or Hercules in the chat. Okay, OLS. You do realize that I am live streaming on nine different platforms, and you are only on one of them. So yeah, that's probably why you haven't seen those other people's. Who? Honeywell just split. That may be why the chart's messed up. That could be it. Pete, do you have a weekly dividends in you are invested in? There is no such thing as weekly dividends as far as I know. Wait a minute. There are a few companies that do weekly dividends now. No, I don't do those. I do options. Weekly options on dividend stocks. Tony, RBLX. What is that, Tony? RBLX. RBLX. Roblox. 107. Okay, I'm not 100% sure who they are or what they do. Roblox, the game. Roblex. Oh, Roblex, the game. Roblox or Roblex Corporation? Thoughts on DVN? Oh, Dividend Energy. We're going to do that one in a second. For someone thinking of trading futures, what advice would you give them? Well, if you're interested in doing futures, you should really look into how to use the Commitment of Traders report effectively. Howdy, EQT. This must be recorded. I can't see. Okay, alls, I have no idea what you're talking about. Chart Hustle. Howdy, EQT. What's EQT? Wait a minute. We're not even done with RBLX yet. Okay, so RBLX, they're in a little bit of a downturn at the moment. Look at this. And it's at 107.66. The 107s are going for $3. That's not quite 3%, but close to it. All right. Road BVC SM. Okay, whatever. Road Dude wants to take a look at Dividend Energy, DVN. Roblox. Okay, thank you, GW Veach. Roblox, I'm looking at it. I'm not really seeing anything that tremendous about it. I mean, I have no idea what they do. Okay, a year ago, they're at $53. Then they jump up to 150. Well, that's a nice jump. Well, now we're sitting at 107. So if you really like it, why don't you just wait a little while longer until it finds the bottom? Just a thought. I mean, it's a game. Okay, I get it. Okay, Chart Hustle, EQT. No idea. EQT. EQT Corporation. What the heck did it do? 55, 135. Okay. SLV, by the way. Hi, I hope you are having a good night. Foo-foo, thank you for that. Okay, now, Road BVC wants to take a look at Dividend Energy. So, Foo-foo, hold tight for a second. What can you tell us about RCL? Is that Royal Caribbean Cruise Line? RCL? RCL? Royal Caribbean. Okay. Okay, Royal Caribbean is on a little down bottom on Thursday. Check that out. 30 days ago, we at the top. Come down here. Look at this. Here's the bottom. Shoots up. Big drop. New bottom on Thursday. Friday's one day up. Today pulls back again. So, what is this? Royal Caribbean? I'd still wait for that bottom. I mean, we thought it was Thursday, but nope. Today proved it wrong. DVN, Devon Energy. I Devon Energy. Look at the numbers. It looks pretty cool. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on here? This is where we are right now. So that's where we are right now. I want to take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, high, here's the low. It was, here's where it is. Look at this. 30-day high, comes down. Here's the 30-day bottom. Retraces, pulls back. Here's the bottom here. 1 day, 2 day. This means this is perfectly set up for a buy tomorrow for me. Because this is what I'm looking for. 30-day high. Bottom right here. 2 days to the upside. Here's the bottom. 1, 2. 2 days to the upside. If tomorrow is higher, I will jump in. That's my cue. Okay, I jump in 3 days after the bottom. I wait 2 days, and then on the third day, if everything still looks good, then I'll jump in. Okay, GW Veach, weekly options on dividend stocks. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, Paul Mendez, NVO. For someone thinking about trading futures, I already answered that question. All right, NVO. Oh, wait a second. We haven't done a single trade yet today. Let's do a trade right here, right now on Devon Energy, only because everything looks so good. Look at this. 30 days ago, she drops here, retraced right there, pull back to right here, 1, 2 days up. So tomorrow morning, 32.82. So I'm going to look at the 33s for this week because that's just the way it looks. I mean, think about it. Take a look. 32.82, 32.82, 32.82, 32.82. Here's the bottom. 1, 2, 2 days to the upside. I like the third day, which should be, could be, might be, maybe be tomorrow. Don't know. We'll find out at 9:30 tomorrow morning. If she jumps up a little bit higher than that, then I'll do the 33s. So let's see what the 33s look like. Let's get rid of this. Let's change this to covered stock. Go to the 33s, which are right there. Okay, one thing I really like about Thinkorswim, everything's already set up. All you got to do is just fill in the numbers of what you want. So I'm going to show you just one contract. Okay, and then you decide. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do you like this stock? Number 3, is this a company that you want to own? Because if you don't like the company, you don't know what they do, you don't understand them, don't buy it. Stick to what you know. It's not that difficult. You may think you don't know anything, but you do. Because if you've been driving in a car, you've seen a Ford, you've seen a Chevy, you've seen a Chrysler, you've seen gas stations, okay, British Petroleum, ExxonMobil, Hess, Chevron, you've seen those. Okay, I'm pretty sure you've seen a Home Depot, you've seen a Lowe's, you've probably been to a Walmart. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that you see on a daily basis that you can invest in. Why the hell not? I mean, if you go to Home Depot all the time, why don't you stock in Home Depot? They are a dividend king, which means they have 5 decades. That's 50 years of increased profits. So doesn't Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Lowe's, Bank of America. They all are in the same boat. Anyway, so Devon Energy, here we go. Buy one, covered call Devon Energy, DVN, right there. 100, which is the weeklies. 7 November 25. That means this trade, for whoever buys it, is going to expire this coming Friday at 3:59 p.m. because at 4 p.m. you're SOL. I hope you know what that means. I don't have to explain it. The $33 call option against the stock at the market to open. Now, my profit, max profit, 86.50. Now, remember when I said earlier what I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Now, let's look at a few things. When I say simple, the actual simplest trading strategy is just to buy the stock. That's the simplest. But there's a problem with the simplest trading strategy. You have to wait for it to move one way or another. And, okay, well, what's the next simplest? A covered call, buying the stock and then selling it to someone else at the same time. So buy it and sell it at the exact same time. What do I mean? Well, if I'm buying it tomorrow morning at this price right here, 32.72 or 32.80, whichever one. And then I'm going to turn around and immediately sell it for 33 because I'm doing this all at the exact same time. It says to open. That means there's two trades. I'm opening a stock trade that gets sent to New York. The second open is I'm opening an option trade. I'm selling somebody the stock at the same price I just paid for it. That gets sent to Chicago. So the stock order gets sent to New York, the option gets sent to Chicago. At once. Buying the stock first thing in the morning at the market, and then as soon as that fills, like within a fraction of a second, I will turn around and sell it for 33. So I'm buying it the opening price, most likely somewhere around 32.80. Turn around and sell it for 33. I'm going to get $86.50 as my profit. That's all I can make off of that trade because a covered call is limited on the amount of money you can make on it. Just kind of like a spread, same thing. Now, would it be more profitable to buy the stock and wait for it to go up higher and higher and higher? Yeah, it might be, but that's not what I'm looking for. Because you got to remember, whatever you're looking for, if you ask good enough questions, you will actually get it. So I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Well, this trading strategy, I buy the stock at the current price, $32.80. I sell it at 33. I collect this profit here, and this is what it's going to cost me for just doing one contract. Now, once you see what one contract is, then you decide, well, can I do 4? Can I do 8? Can I do 83? Because we all have a different amount of money. I mean, I have one account I can do 30 in, and one account I can do 3 in. All right. Let's get the calculator out. I know exactly what kind of rate of return this one is. So, first thing I want to do is take the maximum profit and put it in to the calculator. 86.50. Then divide that by my investment. Well, for this particular trade, for one contract, it's 32.14. All right, well, let's divide it out. 32.14 comes to a grand total of 2.69. Let's call it 2.7. Well, that's nice. Think about it. If 1% a week is 50% per year, 2% a week should be 100% per year. So what's 2.69? Well, it's a hell of a lot higher than 100%. Imagine that. More than doubling your money within 1 year if you can get 2% or higher every single week. So I'm going to save this one. There we go. All right. Put it there. Give it a second. Now, I said it was 2.7%, right? There it goes, right there. Here it is, right here. Wait a second. Let's get that one out of the way. What is this one? What is this one here? NEM. When did we find NEM? What's the date on that one? There's no date. Where's this one? There's the one we just got just now. All right, here it is. This is the one we just found. Look at that. I love my little toy. Buy one, covered called DVN. That's Dividend Energy. 7 November 25. That means it's going to expire this coming Friday. The $33 call option, DVN at the market to open. We already talked about that. The maximum profit, $86.50. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $32.14. Well, we already talked about that too. All right. Now, how much did we say it was? 2.6 something. What was it? Where's my calculator? 2.69. 2.69%. Yay! All right, so I'm going to take that, put it right there. This is what we found yesterday. All right. That's what we found Friday. This is what we found yesterday. And this is what we found today. Cool beans. All right, let's get back to where we were. All right, thoughts on DVN. We just did DVN. Fufu, SLV, by the way. I hope you are having a good night. So far, I am. How much stock are you going to buy Dividend Energy? Well, it would depend on which account I buy it. I do own a bunch of Dividend Energy. I don't know the exact number, to be 100% honest with you. All right, Kayla, good evening. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay, we're done there. All right, what do we have over here? All right, got that one. This must be a recording. Yep, okay, we already did that one. Howdy, EQT, we already looked at that one. RCL, we looked at that one already. OLS, it is a different chat, but more than one going. Thank you there, Kev. That's why politicians are most successful and profitable traders in the world. Coincidence. Yeah, thank you there, Tom. Hims had earnings today. Okay. So Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell don't trade. Don't give me that. Being a billionaire should be illegal. Why should it be illegal? Okay, you're doing something. Okay, Woody. It really doesn't matter when the Fed is literally buying ETFs to prop up the failing economy. That won't last. Thank you, Woody. I mean, it survived Great Depression, so is uncertain. Thank you there, Jar. Those stocks don't matter. The broad market drags losers with it up or winners with it down. Thank you. How long can they buy up ETFs? Guess that magic number, then short. Okay. RCL Royal Cruise Line, we already looked at that one. James is teaching a strategy he uses most. Take it or leave it. Thank you, David. BITI is shorting Bitcoin, has been working lately. Thank you. Who gave me that? I forget who did that one. Working lately, what do I think? Okay, John, my humble opinion on Bitcoin is, okay, think about it. Now, for those of you who don't know, or those of you that refuse to accept the facts, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, is irrelevant. Isn't that weird? Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, is irrelevant. Okay, so let me give you a quick little history lesson. Okay, many, many years ago, you had one choice. It was cash. That was it. You want to pay? We want to buy something? Great, cash. Then it was cash or check. Then came cash, check, or credit card. Okay? Then, as time progressed, cash, check, credit card, PayPal. Then, cash, check, credit card, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. What are the other ones? There's a whole bunch of other ones. Okay? Now, what do we have now? Okay? Now we have cash, check, credit card, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, cryptocurrency. So all cryptocurrency is an alternative way of paying for goods and services. Granted, it's not widely accepted here in the U.S. You can take cryptocurrency, convert it to U.S. dollars, and then pay for whatever you want to pay. Great. Now, I don't trade cryptocurrency. I don't buy it. I don't sell it. But I do use it. I am creating my own cryptocurrency only because I don't trust the federal government. So I'm creating my own cryptocurrency for me to use. Okay? So when the federal government decides that they want to tax you on whatever they want to tax you on, great. They can take your money because they can't take what they don't have access to. So just remember that. So if you have dollars sitting in the account somewhere in a bank, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, bitch, moan, and complain all you like, they are going to transform your dollars to digital dollars. So if you have money in the bank, they are going to convert it to digital dollars. And then take a look at the absolute worst case scenario with digital dollars, and don't think that the government won't do this kind of thing, because they already have. Okay, take a look at history. At the end of World War II, the veterans, they just wanted to get paid. Okay, government said, no, we ain't paying you. So they stiffed the veterans back from World War I. Hello, I'm trying to create mine. Natasha, thank you. We should chat, Natasha, because I am going to be doing mine within the next few days. That much I do know. Did we cover AEM? Not yet, Felix. What is a maintenance requirements for? That's if you have margin. Okay, so let me get back on this little thingy. All right, so at some point in time, there are lots of videos out there telling the absolute worst case scenario about a digital dollar. Now, I don't know if you guys remember last year when the Canadian truck drivers said, no, we ain't going to do that. Well, guess what Canada did? They just clicked a couple of buttons and they cut off access to their money. And do you think the U.S. government ain't going to do the same thing? Hate to be the bearer of bad news, that's exactly what they're going to do. If you do something the federal government does not like, they will. Clickety, 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 and your money disappears. If you owe them taxes, guess what? Clickety, 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 all your money's gone. And if you don't spend it, guess what? This is a kicker. If you don't spend your money, guess what? They put a time clock on it. Which means if you don't use it, you lose it. Okay? Now, there's a lot of things that the federal government has done, the U.S. federal government has done to its citizens over the past, couple of centuries. Take a look at them. They ain't that nice. Okay, back in the 30s, they required all of us to turn in our gold at I think it was $20-something an ounce. And then a couple of months later, after everybody turned in their gold, all right, you can have your gold back at $30 an ounce. So you just lost, I think it was like 30 to 60% of your money overnight, just like that. Turn in your gold, great. Well, now you can have it back at a higher price. Okay? All this money they've been creating over the last decade or so, what do you think that's doing? You had a couple of billion, well, now you have a whole shitload of billion. So the money that we had is worth less than it was before all this quantitative easing bullshit. Who actually buys that crap? It's inflation. Anyway, let's not talk about politics. How can I bet against the economy? Well, you can buy a bunch of puts against the economy, if that's what you think. HMC Carol, how are you doing today? Now, Miss Carol, you want me to take a look at Beyond Meat, BYND. I know who they are. I know what they do. It makes me cringe for some strange reason, just the thought of it. Okay? And for some strange reason, oh, wait a second. Did we do this one? Yeah, we saved this one. All right, let's get out of this one. We saved that. All right, let's get out of that. Let's go back to here. There we go. And we are back at the Okay, HMC Carroll, Beyond Meat, BYND, BYND. I'm not 100% sure, Carol, what you want me to say about this. Here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Okay, so she's down, she's up, she's down, she's up, she's down. Big jump, big drop. Okay, so we're at $1.39. I'm not 100% sure what you want to look at, because I am pretty sure that Beyond Meat is not 20 years old. So that right there is an automatic no. And Felix wants to take a look at AEM. AEM. Interesting. What I like about AEM, Felix, check this out. Your bottom here, your top here. She shoots up, pulls back, now she's going back up again. Well, that right there makes sense. Here she shoots up. You got the little pullbacks here and here and here and here. But for the most part, right here, 190, now dropped 40 bucks, now shooting back up again. Great. What does that look like? Does it look like an opportunity? Yeah, that looks like an opportunity. 30 days ago, we're here, we shoot up, pull back, okay, here's your 30-day top, 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3, right there. Perfect setup, 162.50, 162.50, 320. Yeah, let's do that one because everything looks good if you like the company. Now, isn't that strange? Even though everything looks good, the numbers, 162.50, yep, that looks good. That's more than 2%. Okay, everything looks good, but do you like the company? That's a big one. Do you even know what they do? Seriously. AEM. Igniso Eagle Mind. Okay. Do you like them? Well, let's take a better look. Let's get rid of this. Let's look at the 162.50s. 162.50 right there. One contract because 10s might be a little bit too much for everybody. So we'll just look at one. Here we go. Ready? Buy one covered call AEM 7 November. That's this coming Friday. 162.50 AEM at the market to open. Remember? Okay. 395 is the profit. See that? Max profit, $3.95. I know what my profit's going to be before I even do it. Then I can do it a little bit, crunching a little bit of numbers. And does it make sense? Well, good. Uh-oh, we got a low battery over here. Low battery, Mr. Jim. How are you doing? Mr. Jim Bibby, I see you over there. Let's trade. Oh, it doesn't fit. Does it? Does it? Does it? It does. All right, that works. All right. 395, 15,855. All right, well, let's see exactly what those numbers look like. Calculator, 395 divided by 15,855 comes to a grand total of 2.49. Let's call it 2.5%. Okay, 2.5% for AEM. Do you even like this company? I have no idea what they even do. Okay. Let's save this one. Whoops. No, come on. There it is. There it is. Come on. Here we go. Right there. Right there. Right there. Now, let's save it. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. Where did it go? Is that it? That's hymns. How the heck did hymns get over here? Okay. last couple of weeks ago. We don't need these anymore. Don't need those anymore. Now this right here, that we're saving. The reason we're saving that, in case you didn't know, that, my friends, is what is called the Black-Scholes pricing methodology for standardized options. See that? AV over AT plus 1/2 of this squared times that O squared, O squared, and then over this, over that, plus this, plus that, over this, over this, over that. Subtract this, multiply that, equals 0. Then you take this plus that, then equals 0. Yeah, that's confusing as hell. That's why I don't try to teach my daughter about the delta, the vega, the theta, the rho, the Greeks. I don't teach her about the Greeks at all. That's what it is. Hell is that? That's the Black-Scholes pricing method for standardized options. But I'm just saving it there just in case somebody wants to see it. What is this? K-View, October 31st. That was a couple days ago. That was weeks ago. All right, we don't need that anymore. All right, where am I? What am I missing? What am I missing? There it is right there. I knew it was here somewhere. There it is, AEM. Buy one, covered call, AEM 100. That's the weekly, 7 November. That's this coming Friday. The 162.50 call against it stock, blah, blah, blah. 395 is the profit. 15,855 is the investment. What kind of a profit tells me? 2.5. All right. I like 2.5. Let's try this one more time. 2.5%. Okay, I'm going to put that one right up there. Okay. All right, whatever. There we go. All righty, so that's another decent one we found. What is it? AEM. Okay, I forget who came up with that one. Alrighty, where are we? Right back where he's again. Uh-oh, Sean wants to take a look. FAFH. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. I'm missing a bunch of questions. Had to go back a little bit. Wow, all these questions. Am I a day trader? No. Miss Bissett, you want to take a look at Foot Locker? Oh, Foot Locker, FL. What? When did Foot Locker go to monthlies? Look at that. Foot Locker went to monthlies. Yeah, I don't do monthlies. Sorry. No. Pete, do I like blocks? BLOX. Okay. Michael. No option on blocks. Sorry, dude. Am I a day trader? No. Jonathan. Honeywell is down 197. Down 3 and change. Oh, okay. Chris. If you own stocks, you're rich. I wouldn't actually say that, but okay. So we will get taxed higher. Not always true. Okay, what will you do today with $5,000? I told you, I told pizza party. Thoughts on NBIS? We already talked about that. Give me your best dividend U.S. stocks to invest. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions. Those are the best. Hello. User 9448050847146. That's what were your parents smoking when they gave you that name, dude? Okay, Pete, Blocks pays 19 cents dividend a week. Okay, has no options, doesn't do me any good. Kate, Kings, Aristocrats, Champions, Contenders, and then Warren Buffett. Pete, do you have and weekly dividends you're invested in? Yes, I do. Honeywell just split. That may be why the chat's messed up. JG wants to take a look at UNH. That United Health Group, something like that. Okay. Well, here we go. Take a look at this. Your high is like 650. Your bottom's 240. Down, up, down, up, down. What's going on there? What makes you think that's a good deal? What do you think? 30 days ago, down, up, down, up, down. Now, don't get me wrong. If you like UNH, the bottom should be showing up any day now. All you have to do is just keep watching it. And when the bottom shows up, you get a bottom, then you got 1, 2, 3 days to the upside, then you jump in. Well, that's when I jump in. I don't know about you guys. RBLX. Tony, didn't we take a look at RBLX a little while ago? We did. Roblox. Yeah, and we said the same thing. We just said UNH. Wait for the bottom. Okay, here's your top. Now she's dropping. When is it going to stop dropping, turn around, go back up again? If you like RBLX, just give it a little bit of time. The bottom will show up. When she turns, then think about getting it. Thank you there, Pete. Okay, we did Devon Energy a little while ago. Fufu, SLV, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Does anyone want to be my friend? UVU. How do you pronounce that? Uvu? I have no idea. Digital Marketing Guide, KView. KVUE. Now, we saw KView made a big jump today. Well, let's take a look. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she's up. We're at 16.14 at the moment. Now, there is no real, I'm trying to think of the right word. No standard play for a scenario like this. Okay, 30 days ago we're here, we drop, and then this big, huge jump up. Now, from my understanding is that somebody bought them. That's why that big jump. I forget who it was or something this morning. Justin wants to take a look at Boeing. Yeah, Kunal says DVN has their earnings report tomorrow. Yep. Yep. What am I looking at here? Sav, why does my Fidelity app say 65 for Dev and 33 and yours says 86? Sav, there is a possibility that yours is showing after hours market numbers. Okay, all this is market hours. Okay, so at 4 o'clock, all these numbers stop. That's it. Okay, I don't know exactly what yours is showing you, but there is a possibility that it could be showing you after hours market pricing. Okay, but this here, this all stops. This doesn't stop. Okay, the bid and the ask after hours. But all these numbers stop changing. Alrighty. Justin wants to take a look at Boeing. Oh, Boeing interest. Same thing though. Here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Okay, up, down, down. What's going on here? Right there, the last 30 days. Let's zoom in and take a look at the last 30 days. Because that gives us a good idea. Where do we think it's going next? 30 days ago, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Now we have 2 days, Friday and today. Well, it could be good for tomorrow. Could be. We're at 204.55. The 205 is going for 264, which is just a little over 1%. If, and it's always going to come back to this exact same question, if I like this company, Boeing. That's it. Do I like it or do I not? And then you decide, is it the right time to buy it or is it not the right time to buy it? What else do we have over here? Got it. Way to go, Sav. All right, so what do we have way over here? USAR. What is that? USAR. U.S. Rare Earth. Interesting. Now, I don't know about you, but this does not look really that appealing. 30 days ago, we're here at 16. We shoot up to 44, which is more than 100%. Then from 44, we drop back down to 16 again. Let's keep dropping. Well, I wouldn't do anything until the bottom forms and turns around and has some good, strong volume turning around going up. But as far as I know, this company's not 20 years old, as far as I know. Hello, I'm trying to create my... Natasha, are you talking about cryptocurrency? Because if you are, I'd love to have a chat with you. La, 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 la. Okay. All right. Goatsis Aurelius wants to take a look at CCCX. Why are we looking at this thing? Churchill Capital goes from 10 to 28. Something about this just threw me. Let's see how wonderful this company is with their dividends. Churchill Capital, $17.30 per share. Oh, imagine that. No dividends. So why? What the heck is SL? Well, let's take a look. SLV. Hey, Alice House. Oh, iShares Silver Trust. Wow, there are no dividends here either. So what for you, Goatsis Aurelius, what part of dividend stock talk? There's only 3 words there. Dividend stock talk. Kind of lots of stuff. Stocks, oh, dividend. Well, we're talking about dividend stocks. Dividend stock. Yeah, that's looking at. No and no. What about Ethereum? Natasha, Ethereum? No, it's not a dividend stock. How much do you invest a year? Probably more than I should. But I'm trying to get more. Goatsis Aurelius. U cubed. Really? You want to do U cubed? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Casey loves your auntie. Thank you there, Katie. You love my auntie. I don't even know if I have any aunts left. Are so bearish short-term or overall markets? Casey, thank you for that question. I'm always bullish on the U.S. market, on the U.S. economy, because I believe strongly in my business, my aunts, my uncles, the guy in the corner, or their family. I believe. So in order to do that, and lo and behold, my brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, the guy on the street, and all their relatives, they don't let me down. Everybody goes to work. Everybody puts their 40 hours in, and everybody's out. Thoughts on our friends at Ford? Hey, Alex, we'll take a look at Ford in a minute. Right now, we're trying to look at energy vehicles. Dude, I don't know why you keep me on stocks that have no dividends. You are in the wrong place. Casey loves your auntie. DVLT. Never heard of it. DVLT. Well, let's know what that does. Okay, Alex, we'll look forward in a second. There it is right there. DVLT. There are no dividends time period selected. So why, Casey, are we looking at DVLT? Question. Okay, now I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you asking questions. If you could, if you don't mind, on top flow. No dividends, no thanks. No options, no thanks. Okay, take a look at Ford. I got my first jump up. Think about this, Alex. Look at this big jump right there. Of course I'm going to get rid of my Ford, because guess what? It's Ford coming back. Okay? Now don't get me wrong. I love Ford. I do. The last 3 days. Okay? Shot up, pulled back. Shot up, pulled back. Well, this is a pullback right now. Definitely not time to jumping in to Ford. Right, let's keep on keeping on. What do we have next? Grab my seat because we're getting low on time, and I want to answer as many questions as I can. Ooh. Yeah. Natasha, what do I think of Robinhood? Well, I actually use Robinhood, believe it or not. It's one of my favorite trading platforms. But definitely want to buy it. See where it is? Right there. She dropped. Now she's going back up to the high again. Why? Why would I want to jump in? I only want to jump in after they come back down. Yes, Felix, I know. Kimberly Clark is buying K-View. Yep. Luis Alba. What the hell is Alba, Luis? A-L-B-A. Albad Nuscott. I can't even read that. No options, no thank you. Ooh, B. Young wants Chipotle, CMG. Why? Think about it. Why? Look at this right here. Big gap down. Why? Here's your last 30 days. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She's floating around here at the bottom. I have no problem waiting for it to turn and go up. But the bottom was Thursday, Friday was low, and today's low. All right about the same area. No breakout yet. Either or what? Will take their money where there's less tax. Yep, I'm going to agree there. BTI shorting Bitcoin has been working lately. What do I think? Okay, John, I think we talked about Bitcoin a little while ago. There is no way to get away from it. There's no way to get away from cryptocurrency or the digital assets. Can't get rid of it. So you have to figure out how you want to participate. Because if you leave your money in the digital dollar, in dollars, they're going to change them to digital dollars, which means they can tap into your pockets. So why let them? Seriously. Federal government cannot take your Bitcoin from you. There are ways to protect your digital assets. You put them to a cold wallet and you just put them in your pocket, and then you just keep it offline. Don't leave it in the what do you call that thingy? In the exchanges. Anyway, the rich can hide their money. Absolutely, Gloria. What rich do you buy? Wait a minute. What rich do do is buy assets. Okay, not quite sure what that means. What is the program that you are using? So you say in the present of these trades. Oh, Michael, this behind me, that is called Think or Swim. It's owned by Charles Schwab. Implies never be rich. No, that's not what it implies at all. Okay, the rich comment came about where some said we need to tax the rich. And then I basically said, well, that's a stupid idea. Because what do you think the rich are going to do when you tax them? Okay, rich people create jobs, which they run companies, which they create profits. Any losses whatsoever by a rich person is passed along to the people below. And don't think that they don't. Okay, I had my own manufacturing company. Okay, I know the way it works. Your employees want more? Fine, great. Give the employees more money. Well, guess what? Give the employees more money. Now I have to raise my product price. You raise the product price, now it's going to cost more money. Now you need more money it's a vicious circle. You need to get out of the low-paying jobs and get into a job that actually pays better. Oh, I just figured that out now. All right, Woody, thank you. James Pony AI. Why are we looking at anything AI? It's not been around long enough. Okay, oh, P-O and what? Pony. Okay. Here's Pony AI. Who came up with this one? Woody. Okay, Woody, 30 days ago, we're at 25. We dropped down to 17, shoot back up, now we're pulling back 4 down days in a row. Well, if you really like it, why don't you wait till a new bottom shows up, then jump in? I don't do cryptocurrency and I don't do AI because neither one of them has been around for 20 years. Once it gets to 20 years old and consistently profitable, then yeah, maybe I will. But until then, no. You know, it's weird. People think, you know, hey, it's going up. It must be great. No, it doesn't work that way. Young, no dividends. Thank you. Riot and Mara do not have dividends. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Do you sell them? Yes, I do. Well, what's the best investing and trade to use? Okay, Natasha, it's different for everybody. Okay, number one, Natasha, you're new here. I know absolutely nothing about you. Okay, so number one, I don't give advice. I make observations. Okay, you people in the crowd or you people in the audience, you give me stocks, take a look. I have A, B, 3, 1% per week. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's over 50% per year if I do it right. You know anything about E-Trade? Yeah, I know about E-Trade. I used it many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, 15 years ago, I wrote a book on choosing the right trading platform. Okay? So that being said, yeah, I just don't do it anymore because I don't like the trading platform. So I wrote the book on choosing the right trading platform for your style of trading. The only trading platform or the only company I found that did what I wanted to do was Think or Swim. Now, over the last 20 years, Think or Swim got bought and sold several times. So now Chucky owns it. Charles Schwab, for those of you who know who Chucky is. All right? What about a step-by-step with crypto? Natasha, terribly sorry, kiddo. I could not give you a step-by-step by crypto. I don't trade crypto. Now, I told you I have my own, but I don't buy and sell. Okay, it's the only reason I'm doing it is because I make enough money with my own company, okay, that it's easier for me to have my own currency rather than relying on the Federal Reserve. Yeah, no thank you. All right, let's keep on going. Natasha, what happened to my company? Well, one company I sold, and I'm just starting up 2 new ones. All right, Bo, that's good, thank you. No, it's not a recording, but it's delayed. It's delayed to James and thus back to us. Sorry, Woody. What was that? I'm just figuring that out now. Okay, Woody. It's pronounced Roblox. I have no idea. Roadblocks. Okay. What platform do you trade on? I trade on Thinkorswim and Robinhood. That's what I trade on. What do I think about QDVO? Minnesota Slim. I am liking that James is honest. Thank you, Woody. What am I looking at? What is that? QDVO? What the hell is that? QDVO. QDVO. Amplified CWP Growth and Income ETF. Hell no. 2 reasons. 1, I don't do monthlies. 2, it's at the high of the year. What the hell are we looking at? There's no opportunity to buy at the high of the year. Minnesota Slim. Mikey B wants to take a look at Hershey's. HSY. Hershey's for me. Hershey's for you. Hell no. Sorry, Mikey B. But it's not a definite no. Now, I like Hershey. I do. But the high was 3 weeks ago. Look at the last 3 weeks. New bottom today. Now, don't get me wrong. Hershey's a great company. Wait for the bottom. When she turns around, then jump in if you really like Hershey. Michael, he's on Thinkorswim. Thank you. Is the buy low, sell high always true or subject to the trade? Jar, it always depends on what it is you want to do, because there's so many different trading strategies. So here at the bottom, there's a lot of things you could do to trade this. But it's always going to depend on what is your outcome. What is it you want to do? How much time and effort do you want to put into it? There are literally hundreds of variations on how to trade stocks and options. Well, let's take a quick gander. Okay. Well, you have the stock itself. You can buy, you can sell. Well, that's that. Buy, sell. Okay. Short, long, all that kind of stuff. So you have the single option, a vertical option, back ratio, calendar, diagonal, straddle, strangle, covered, collar, butterfly, condor, iron condor, vertical roll, collar with the stock, double diagonal, unbound, deep and wide, blah, 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 blah. Literally dozens upon dozens of ways to use stocks and options together to figure out the outcome that you want to get. All right. Well, all that being said and done, the easiest strategy, absolute easiest, is just to buy the stock. That's the easiest, to buy and sell. You can't get any easier than buying and selling the stock. We're just about done. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm learning to trade. Beginner here. Sorry for all the questions. Natasha, don't apologize for being new, because we were all new at one point. Okay, I started my trading back in late 80s, early 90s. I didn't know anything. All I knew is I had a whole bunch of money. I couldn't figure out what to do with it. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's keep on going. What do we have here? All right. Thank you, Colonel. Connor, CJT. What the hell is CJT? No idea what that is. CJT. Val Capital. I have no idea. No options. No thank you. Sorry, kiddo. Carol, Beyond Meat ain't happening. How do I bet against the economy? You short the, what do you call that? You short the Dow, or you short the SPX. Monkey in a box. I think it'll take 3 more years. Terribly sorry. Anastasia, Fubu TV. Okay. Thank you. Energizer Bunny, how are you doing? Sean, FFH. Sean, what is FFH? Fairfax Final Holdings, convertible. Yeah. No options. No, thank you. Does it make sense? Vegan meat? Hell no. Monkey. If you're not a college or high school professor, you'd be. Because see, monkey in a box, it was always my dream to become a teacher. Really was. Always wanted to be a teacher. However, going to school for an additional 7 years to be underpaid and unappreciated, hell no. Sorry. But I think that's a compliment. Thank you. All right. Done over there. Michael, he trades on Thinkorswim. Thank you. Buy low. Okay, got that one. Crash Mastered. Do you take earnings into account, Dividend reports in 2 days? Sometimes yes, most of the times no. Now, the reason I don't take earnings into account, because I've been doing this for a very long time. Many times have I seen positive earnings where stocks go down. It's positive earnings where stocks go down. Then I've seen negative earnings, you think that, no, negative earnings, stocks go up. So I see positive earnings, stocks go up, stocks go down. So the earnings really don't do anything consistently to a point where it's like, hey, this is great information. No, it doesn't, because it's too sporadic. It's not 100% correct. Unlike dividends. Dividend stocks have a tendency to go up just before the dividend. After the dividend, stocks have a tendency to go down. Well, just knowing that, wouldn't it make sense to buy stocks just before the dividend and sell them before before the dividend, and then sell them before it drops? Keep it on. All right, where am I? All right. Thank you there, Monkey in a Box. Monkey in a Box. SH wants to take a look at Dow. D-O-W. Now, interesting. Take a look at Dow. At the high of the year. The low of the year. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? Look at this. Drop. Up, sideways, drop, up, down, up, down. So it's coming down at the moment. So if you really like Dow, look at the last 30 days. Now, see, I don't know what you guys have in your mind or what you guys want to do. But for me, I want to jump in and I want to get out within 3 to 5 days. In a perfect world. That's not a perfect world. Sometimes I buy a stock and I hold it and I roll it 1 week at a time. Like the stocks I bought this week. If the market maker will give me enough money, I will just roll it into next week and pick up another 1 or 2% and then roll it into the next week and then so on and so forth. But here we go. Last 30 days. Up, down, big up, big down. It's coming down at the moment. If you really like Dow, wait for it to find the bottom, for it to turn around and go back up again, if you really like Dow. Kate, ABM. What is ABM, Miss Kate? ABM Industries. It's a monthly. Hell no. Now, Kate, I'm going to let you slide on this one because you're relatively new. But, Kate, I don't do monthlies. See, November, December, January, April. I only do weeklies because I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. Monthly options only trade once a month, which means I'm not going to get what I'm looking for. And that's just plain old no. Club Med Tom, AEM. Didn't we take a look at AEM earlier today? I think we did. This time, check this out. 30 days ago, we jump up. There's the high. Here's the bottom right there. 1, 2, 3. 3 days right there. 162.50. 162.50. 320. Well, Tom, we already looked at this one. Let's do it. Let's do it again just for the fun of it, just for Mr. Tom. 162.50. There it is. One contract. La, 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 la. There it is. And at the market, there we go. And here's Johnny. Are you ready? Here we go. Buy one covered call AEM, 7 November. That's this coming Friday. 162.50 at the market. Okay, 344 is the profit. 15, let's call it 16,000 is the investment. All right, Kate, I'm reading what you're saying. I wish I could delete the messed up comments. I'm asking to look at ABM. Kate, we did look at ABM, and ABM was a no. Okay, that's a no, Kate. ABM is a monthly optionable stock, and that means no, because I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. This is a valuable tutorial. Thank you there, Woody. One contract. Yep. Do you take earnings into account? No, I do not. Thank you, Woody. You need that monitor. I don't think you like the price that thing cost. Chart Hustle, EQT. What the hell is that? EQT. All right. So anyway, let's go back to what we're doing. AEM. Who asked for AEM? Oh, Club Med Tom. Okay, Tom, let's take a look. 344 is the profit. We're going to divide it by the investment, which is 15,906, and that comes to a grand total of 2.1. All right, so Tom, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. What we're going to do here, Mr. Tom, we're going to save this one just for you. Right there, and there we go. And it was how much? 2.1. All right. There we go. 2.1 for AEM. Where is it? Oh, there it is right there. Wow, that's tiny. Tiny. There it is right there, Mr. Tom. Gotta love it. Buy one covered call AEM, 7 November. The 162.50s. Gotta love the 162.50s. 344, 15.9. And what does that count to? 2.1%. Now we know 1% a week is 50% per year. Terribly sorry if you're going to put 10 or 15 minutes in every day. Terribly. Think about it this way. 10 or 15 minutes every day comes to about an hour a week. An hour a week to equal to 1% of whatever your whatever your nest egg is. Now, see, I have over 100,000 in my account. So 100,000, 1% for 1 hour a week is over $1,000 an hour. Think about it. I make $1,000 an hour trading my own money. Because you got two choices and only two. Choice number one is learn to do it yourself. Because when you get 60 years old, when you retire, okay, you got two choices and only two. Do it yourself or give up accountability and let someone else do it for you. So if you don't have millions upon millions, you're going to have to learn to do it yourself. Because when I retired, I didn't have millions. All right, but I did have over 100,000, and over 100,000, 1% is $1,000 a week. Or I can live comfortably on $1,000 a week. It takes me about an hour a week to make that $1,000 bucks. So I'm okay with that. Okay, so we save this one. Okay. What was in that 2.1? 2.16. 2.16. We're going to put that 6 in there. Percent. There we go. Alrighty. Now we'll put that one right there. So what did we find today? Alright, so yesterday we found AFLAC. Whoops. NEM. Oh, I got NEM twice. Why do I have NEM twice? I don't know. Today we found Dividend Energy. We found AEM. Twice we found AEM. Tom, we already did AEM. I knew we did AEM. And NEM twice. There we go. Oh, what is this one? What is this one? What the hell is that? AEM. again? All right. Let's get back to where we were. Oh, we're at 11 o'clock. All right, no more stock stuff. Let's just take a look at questions. Questions. Okay, ABM. Kate, we already said ABM was a no because it's a monthly. It's not a weekly. No to that one. How do you use implied volatility to pick your contracts? Nick, thank you very much for that question. It's a good question. I don't. Highlight that question, Nick. I don't. No, Nick, now the reason why I say no, Nick, because what I'm showing you, you're new here, so you probably haven't seen it yet. Okay, Nick, what I'm doing here specifically, a trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. You can check the videos on YouTube, because I have over 1,200. It's the exact same thing I've been teaching for the last 15 years. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's my goal. Okay, now I only use pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that have consistently increased their profits for at least 2 decades. Now I buy just before the EX date because stocks have a tendency to go up just before they pay their dividend. I jump in, I get my 1%, I jump back out again. Okay, that being said, let's see what other questions do we have. Interesting. Okay, we're going to have to take a look at some of these tomorrow. Sorry, guys. Woody, tomorrow. I've had it happen. Thank you. They'll freeze your accounts. Yes, they will. DVN, higher volatility due to upcoming earnings. Absolutely. Also, only a dividend challenger. Is that right? I'm not 100% sure exactly where they are. AEM numbers look a lot like the NEM you looked at last week. Both are gold miners. Yep. Natasha, do you do phone calls? Absolutely, Natasha. You're on TikTok, Natasha. So if you want, okay, now I say this for anyone, if you want to have a conversation, I can make you a couple of promises. Number one, I promise you that I personally will call, me personally. Number two, I guarantee you I will not try to sell you anything. If you just want to have a conversation, maybe ask a few details, fine. If you want to join, hey, that's fine too. You want to buy something, hey, we're all adults, we know how it works. Okay, Natasha, you're in TikTok, go to the top left corner, click that little icon up there, and just send me a DM. I'll give you a buzz. I can call you tonight, or I can call you tomorrow, one or the other. All right, so let's keep on going. Love and Unity. Hain, H-A-I-N. What the heck is H-A-I-N? I never heard of it. Not to say that it's not a good company. I've never heard of it. H-A-I-N. H-A-I-N. Hain Celestial Group. Hell no. Nico. How you doing, Nico? Alrighty. A-M. E-Q-T. E-X Dividend. Wednesday. Okay. Chart Hustle. E-Q-T. E-Q-T. What the hell is that? E-Q-T Corporation. Never heard of it. Why do we EQT? So I'm going to go right to your finance. EQT. Come on, dude. Okay. Oh, right there. EQT. Dividends. Well, that's the thing. Come on. I want to look at all the dividends. This is only showing me February 2024. It's not showing me anything. Wait, it's secret, but it will come out, and when it comes out below, okay.